Ladies and gentlemen, there is a timeless truth embedded in the relationship between men and women, a truth that transcends generations and cultures. It is a truth woven deeply into the fabric of humanity, not as a means of division, but as a cornerstone of harmony. Today, we gather to explore an aspect of this truth, focusing on the nuanced dynamics between a woman and a man, specifically the importance of a woman safeguarding certain aspects of herself. In the intricate dance of relationships, it is easy to lose sight of individuality and the sacred essence of one's inner being. In the quest for love, companionship, and understanding, people often expose their innermost selves in ways that may leave them vulnerable. This vulnerability, while a testament to trust and openness, must be tempered with wisdom. For a woman in particular, the ability to discern what to reveal and what to retain is not just an act of discretion, it is an act of empowerment. You see, the essence of a woman is multidimensional. She is a nurturer, a creator, a thinker, and a force of nature. Her spirit is both delicate and indomitable. However, these attributes can be misunderstood, underestimated, or even exploited when not guarded with care. A woman's strength does not solely lie in what she gives to the world, but also in what she chooses to protect within herself. Now, why is it so important for a woman to exercise this discretion in her interactions with a man? The answer lies in understanding the dynamics of trust, respect, and balance. A woman must recognize that not all of her treasures are meant to be shared openly. Some are to be held sacred, cultivated in silence, and revealed only when the timing and the individual warrant it. The first aspect a woman must protect is her vision, her dreams, and aspirations. Dreams are the seeds of destiny. They are the whispers of purpose planted within the heart. When a woman shares her dreams prematurely or with someone who may not understand their significance, she risks those dreams being diminished or dismissed. A man, no matter how well-intentioned, may not always grasp the depth or importance of a woman's vision. This is not a fault of his character, but rather a reflection of the individuality of dreams. A vision is deeply personal. It is a conversation between the soul and the divine. When a woman guards her dreams, she nurtures them. She allows them to grow in the fertile soil of faith and determination. She becomes the steward of her destiny, ensuring that her aspirations are not swayed by the opinions or doubts of others. It is not about secrecy, but about sovereignty. To protect one's vision is to honor the sacred contract between oneself and one's creator. The second aspect a woman must safeguard is her strength. Society often celebrates the visible manifestations of strength, acts of courage, resilience in adversity, and the ability to endure challenges. However, a woman's strength is multifaceted. It encompasses emotional, mental, and spiritual fortitude. It is the quiet power that fuels her capacity to love, lead, and inspire. When a woman shares her strength indiscriminately, she risks depleting herself. Strength, much like energy, is not infinite. It requires replenishment, rest, and reflection. By holding back certain aspects of her strength, a woman ensures that she is not taken for granted or overburdened. She maintains the balance between giving and receiving, preserving her ability to thrive. A man may admire a woman's strength, but he may not always understand the cost at which it comes. This misunderstanding can lead to unrealistic expectations or a lack of appreciation for her sacrifices. Thus, a woman must be discerning in how she reveals her strength, ensuring that it is met with respect and reciprocity. The third aspect a woman must conceal is her vulnerability. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness, but in truth, it is a profound source of strength. To be vulnerable is to be authentic, to embrace one's humanity, and to connect on a deeper level. However, vulnerability is also a delicate gift. When shared with the wrong person or in the wrong context, it can be misunderstood, exploited, or dismissed. A woman's vulnerability is not for everyone to see. It is a treasure that must be protected until it finds a safe and worthy recipient. By concealing her vulnerability, a woman ensures that she remains in control of her narrative. She chooses when, where, and with whom to share her innermost self. This discretion is not a sign of distrust, but of wisdom. It is an acknowledgement that not everyone is capable of honoring the depth of her emotions. Now, let us consider the broader implications of these principles. When a woman protects her vision, strength, and vulnerability, she does not do so out of fear or mistrust. She does so out of a deep understanding of her worth. She recognizes that her essence is not to be squandered or trivialized. She understands that true intimacy, whether emotional, intellectual, or spiritual, is built on a foundation of mutual respect and understanding. In safeguarding these aspects of herself, a woman also empowers the man in her life. She sets a standard of respect and reciprocity, encouraging him to rise to the occasion. She challenges him to see beyond the surface, to appreciate the depth of her being, and to approach the relationship with reverence. This dynamic creates a space where both individuals can grow, thrive, and contribute to each other's journeys. It fosters a relationship rooted in authenticity, respect, and mutual empowerment. It is not about withholding or deceiving, but about nurturing a foundation of trust and understanding. Furthermore, the act of safeguarding one's essence is not limited to romantic relationships. It extends to all interactions, be they professional, familial, or social. A woman's ability to protect her vision, strength, and vulnerability is a testament to her wisdom and self-respect. It is a practice that enhances her relationships, enriches her life, and honors her creator. To the women listening today, I urge you to embrace this wisdom. Recognize the sacredness of your essence. Understand that your dreams, your strength, and your vulnerability are gifts not just to yourself, but to the world. Protect them, nurture them, and share them wisely. In doing so, you will not only empower yourself, but also inspire those around you to do the same. And to the men present, I encourage you to honor the women in your lives. Recognize the depth of their being, the strength of their spirit, and the significance of their dreams. Approach your relationships with humility, respect, and a willingness to learn. In doing so, you will create a space where both you and the women in your lives can thrive. When we speak of a woman safeguarding certain aspects of herself, it is essential to recognize that this is not about secrecy or building walls. It is about stewardship. A woman's essence, her vision, her strength, and her vulnerability are not commodities to be distributed at will. They are treasures. And as with all treasures, their value lies in their careful preservation and intentional sharing. Now, consider the concept of vision again. A woman's vision is not just about career aspirations or personal achievements. It is the lens through which she sees her purpose in the world. It is the inner compass that guides her through life's complexities. Vision provides clarity in moments of doubt and direction in times of uncertainty. But like a flame, it must be shielded from winds that seek to extinguish it before it fully burns. There are moments in life when sharing one's vision can bring inspiration and collaboration. But there are also times when sharing too soon can lead to discouragement. Not everyone is capable of understanding the magnitude of a dream that has yet to materialize. Some may unintentionally sow seeds of doubt, while others, blinded by their own limitations, may project their fears onto you. For a woman, Protecting her vision means granting it the space to grow unhindered. It means taking the time to nurture her ideas, to build her confidence, and to prepare for the challenges ahead. By doing so, she allows her dreams to mature, ensuring they are strong enough to withstand external scrutiny when the time comes. This is not an act of isolation, but of preparation. Think of a farmer tending to a young seedling. Before it can face the elements, it must first establish roots. Likewise, a woman must allow her vision to take root within her heart, drawing strength and nourishment from her inner reserves before exposing it to the world. Now let us delve further into the nature of strength. A woman's strength is not always visible. It often resides in the quiet corners of her soul, in the resilience she exhibits during trials, and in the compassion she extends even when she is weary. It is in her ability to find beauty in brokenness and to create hope in the midst of despair. This strength, while admirable, is not invincible. Like any resource, it can be depleted if not carefully managed. A woman who gives of herself endlessly without pause for replenishment risks burnout. She risks becoming a shadow of her true self, caught in a cycle of giving without receiving. To safeguard her strength, a woman must learn to set boundaries. These boundaries are not barriers, but markers of respect for herself and for those around her. They ensure that her energy is directed toward endeavors and individuals that align with her values and purpose. Strength is also closely tied to identity. A woman who understands her worth will recognize that her strength is not defined by how much she can endure, but by how wisely she navigates life's challenges. She will understand that saying no is not a sign of weakness, but a declaration of self-respect. To the men listening, let me address you directly for a moment. When a woman sets boundaries, she is not rejecting you or pushing you away. She is inviting you to engage with her on a deeper level, to see her not just as a source of support, but as an equal partner in the journey of life. Honor these boundaries, for they are an expression of her self-awareness and a commitment to preserving her essence. And now we return to the theme of vulnerability. Vulnerability is perhaps the most misunderstood of the three aspects a woman must guard. Society often portrays vulnerability as a weakness, a flaw to be corrected or hidden. But in truth, vulnerability is a profound expression of strength. It is the courage to be seen as you are without pretense or facade. However, this courage must be tempered with discernment. Vulnerability, when shared indiscriminately, can lead to heartache and betrayal. Not everyone has the capacity to honor the depth of a woman's emotions, and not everyone deserves access to her innermost self. To guard her vulnerability, a woman must cultivate wisdom in her relationships. She must learn to recognize the difference between those who seek to understand her and those who seek to benefit from her openness. This discernment is not about suspicion, but about self-preservation. It is about ensuring that her authenticity is met with empathy and respect, not exploitation. There is also a divine aspect to vulnerability. It is in moments of vulnerability that a woman often finds herself closest to her Creator. In her rawest, most unguarded state, she taps into a wellspring of grace that strengthens and sustains her. By protecting this sacred space, she preserves her connection to the divine, allowing it to guide her through life's trials and triumphs. Let us now weave these threads together, for vision, strength, and vulnerability are not isolated traits, but interconnected facets of a woman's being. Together, they form a tapestry of resilience, wisdom, and grace. A woman who understands the value of these elements will not only protect them, but will also use them to enrich her relationships, her community, and the world at large. When a woman protects her vision, she creates a legacy. When she guards her strength, she inspires others to rise. And when she shields her vulnerability, she preserves the sanctity of her soul. These acts of preservation are not acts of selfishness, but of stewardship. They are a testament to her understanding of her worth and her commitment to living a life of purpose and integrity. A woman who understands the need to protect certain parts of herself is not simply withholding, she is curating. She is discerning what parts of her essence are ready to be shared and what parts require more time to grow, heal, or solidify. This is not an act of mistrust, but a demonstration of profound self-awareness. In the grand scheme of relationships, whether romantic, familial, or platonic, a woman's ability to preserve her essence often becomes the foundation upon which mutual respect is built. It is through her discernment that she teaches others, particularly men, to honor her boundaries and value the depth of her being. This act is not just about self-protection, but about setting the tone for how she wishes to be treated and understood. Returning to the concept of vision, let us consider how dreams often serve as a blueprint for a woman's future. A vision, by its very nature, is fragile in its early stages. It is like a sapling that needs protection from harsh winds and predators until it grows strong enough to stand tall. When a woman allows herself to dream, she is engaging in an act of faith. She is planting seeds of possibility in the soil of her imagination, trusting that with time, effort, and divine guidance, those seeds will bear fruit. But here's the challenge: not everyone will see what she sees. Not everyone will understand the significance of her dreams or the sacrifices she is willing to make to achieve them. Some may dismiss her vision as impractical, others may undermine her confidence, intentionally or unintentionally. This is why discretion is so important. By safeguarding her dreams, a woman creates a sanctuary where her aspirations can flourish without interference. And when the time comes to share her vision, she does so not from a place of need, but from a place of strength. She invites others to join her journey, not as saviors, but as partners, collaborators, and supporters. This distinction is crucial, for a woman who stands firm in her vision is not easily swayed by doubt or distraction. She becomes a beacon of purpose, inspiring those around her to pursue their own dreams with similar resolve. Now let us delve deeper into the concept of strength. A woman's strength is a paradox. It is both visible and invisible, both fierce and tender. It is the quiet determination that carries her through long nights and the fiery passion that fuels her advocacy for what she believes in. It is the ability to endure heartbreak without losing hope and to face failure without abandoning faith. But strength is not a limitless resource. It requires care and cultivation. A woman who constantly gives of herself without taking time to rest, reflect, and recharge risks losing touch with her own needs and desires. This is why it is so important for a woman to protect her strength, not out of selfishness, but out of necessity. To protect her strength, a woman must learn the art of saying no. This small word carries immense power. It is a boundary that preserves her energy and ensures that she is not overburdened by the demands of others. Saying no is not about rejection, it is about prioritization. It is about recognizing that her time, energy, and talents are valuable and should be directed toward endeavors that align with her values and purpose. This act of self-preservation is not always easy. Society often glorifies self-sacrifice, particularly in women, and equates busyness with worth. But a woman who understands the value of her strength knows that true impact comes not from spreading herself thin, but from focusing her efforts on what truly matters. Let us return to vulnerability, that delicate yet powerful aspect of a woman's essence. Vulnerability is often misunderstood, even by those who possess it. It is not about weakness or fragility, it is about authenticity. It is the courage to show up as you are, unguarded and unapologetic. But this courage must be exercised with wisdom. Not everyone is capable of handling vulnerability with care. There are those who may exploit it, those who may misunderstand it, and those who may lack the emotional maturity to honor it. This is why a woman must be discerning about when, where, and with whom she shares her innermost thoughts and feelings. To protect her vulnerability is not to build walls, but to create gates. It is to decide who is allowed into the sacred space of her heart and who is not. This act of discernment is an expression of self-respect and self-love. It is a recognition that her emotions are not liabilities, but treasures to be shared only with those who have earned her trust. Moreover, when a woman safeguards her vulnerability, she creates a space for growth and healing. She allows herself the freedom to process her emotions without judgment or external pressure. She nurtures her inner self, ensuring that she remains whole even in the face of life's challenges. To the men listening, understand this: when a woman chooses to protect certain parts of herself, she is not withholding love or trust. She is preserving the essence of who she is so that she can show up fully and authentically in her relationships. She is ensuring that the foundation of your connection is built on mutual respect and understanding, not on the imbalance of one person giving more than the other. When a woman protects her vision, strength, and vulnerability, she does not do so in opposition to men, but in partnership with them. She recognizes that true intimacy, emotional, intellectual, or spiritual, requires both individuals to come to the table whole. It is not about completing each other, but about complementing each other. This is the beauty of balance. When a woman honors herself, she invites others to honor her as well. She becomes a living example of self-respect, inspiring those around her to do the same. In this way, her act of preservation becomes an act of empowerment, not just for herself, but for everyone she touches. And so we come to a profound truth: a woman's greatest gift to the world is not what she gives, but what she protects. It is the parts of herself she keeps sacred, the dreams she nurtures in silence, the strength she replenishes in solitude, and the vulnerability she shares with care. These are the treasures that define her essence. The treasures that, when shared wisely, transform the lives of those around her. A woman's act of preserving her essence is not just a personal endeavor, it is a profound act of stewardship over the gifts entrusted to her. These gifts, her vision, her strength, and her vulnerability, are not merely for her own benefit, but for the benefit of the world around her. When she safeguards these treasures, she ensures that they remain pure and powerful, ready to be shared at the right time and in the right way. Consider again the idea of vision. Vision is not static, it evolves as a woman grows and gains wisdom. What begins as a faint idea can develop into a bold purpose that influences not just her life, but the lives of countless others. But for this evolution to take place, a woman must learn the value of patience. Patience is the guardian of vision. It is the ability to wait, to trust the process, and to resist the urge to force outcomes. Patience allows a woman to refine her dreams, to seek divine guidance, and to prepare herself for the responsibilities that come with achieving her goals. Without patience, even the most brilliant vision can falter under the weight of haste and uncertainty. When a woman exercises patience, she also cultivates resilience. She learns to weather the storms of doubt and delay, drawing strength from her belief in the greater plan. This resilience becomes a hallmark of her character, inspiring others to persevere in their own journeys. And let us not overlook the role of faith in protecting one's vision. Faith is the anchor that keeps a woman grounded when the tides of life threaten to pull her adrift. It is the assurance that her dreams are not arbitrary but divinely inspired, meant to serve a purpose far greater than herself. By guarding her vision with faith, a woman aligns herself with a higher calling, allowing her dreams to unfold in ways she may not have imagined. Now let us return to the concept of strength. A woman's strength is multifaceted, encompassing her physical, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual capacities. It is what enables her to face adversity with grace, to lead with compassion, and to love with courage. But strength, as powerful as it is, must be wielded wisely. Strength is not about domination, it is about stewardship. A woman who understands this truth will use her strength not to control others, but to uplift them. She will recognize that true power lies not in force, but in influence, not in imposing her will, but in inspiring others to reach their potential. To protect her strength, a woman must also protect her peace. Peace is the foundation upon which strength is built. Without peace, strength becomes strained, reactive, and unsustainable. A woman who prioritizes her peace creates an environment where her strength can flourish, enabling her to face life's challenges with clarity and confidence. Protecting one's peace often requires making difficult choices. It may mean walking away from toxic relationships, saying no to opportunities that compromise one's values, or setting boundaries that others may not understand. These choices, while challenging, are acts of courage. They demonstrate a woman's commitment to honoring her essence and preserving her ability to contribute meaningfully to the world. Now consider vulnerability, the final treasure in this triad of protection. Vulnerability is the thread that weaves connection, intimacy, and authenticity. It is what allows a woman to relate to others on a deeply human level, to share her joys and struggles, and to inspire others with her courage. But vulnerability, when mishandled, can lead to wounds that are slow to heal. A woman who shares her heart with those who are unworthy of her trust risks exposing herself to hurt, betrayal, or misunderstanding. This is why discernment is so crucial. Discernment is the ability to see beyond appearances, to perceive the true character and intentions of others. It is a skill that is honed through experience, reflection, and a deep connection to one's intuition. A woman who practices discernment does not close herself off to the world, but opens herself selectively, ensuring that her vulnerability is met with care and respect. By protecting her vulnerability, a woman also protects her capacity to heal. Healing is an intimate and sacred process, one that requires space, time, and grace. When a woman guards her heart, she creates a sanctuary where she can process her emotions, learn from her experiences, and emerge stronger than before. To the men listening, I implore you to understand this: a woman's decision to protect certain parts of herself is not an act of exclusion, but an invitation to earn her trust. It is a challenge to rise to the level of her integrity, to prove that you are worthy of the treasure she holds. When you honor her boundaries, you honor her as a person. When you respect her strength, vision, and vulnerability, you create a foundation for a relationship that is built on mutual respect and understanding. For the women here, let me remind you of this: protecting your essence is not about building walls, but about setting standards. It is about recognizing your worth and refusing to settle for anything less than what honors your spirit. When you guard your vision, you honor your purpose. When you protect your strength, you honor your capacity. And when you safeguard your vulnerability, you honor your heart. These acts of preservation are not acts of selfishness, but of stewardship. They are a testament to your understanding of your own value and your commitment to living a life of purpose, dignity, and grace. By protecting these treasures, you not only empower yourself, but also inspire others to honor their own essence.
As we come to the close of today's discussion, I want to take a moment to reflect on the beauty and complexity of relationships, specifically the timeless dance between men and women. You know, There's a truth that stands unshaken across generations and cultures. It's a truth that doesn't divide us but brings harmony. And at the heart of this truth is the delicate balance of preserving individuality while building meaningful connections. Let's talk about that balance. For many women, navigating relationships, whether romantic, professional, or even familial, can feel like a tightrope walk. On one hand, there's the desire to give, to nurture, and to connect. On the other, there's the undeniable need to protect certain parts of oneself. This isn't about withholding. It's about wisdom. It's about safeguarding the essence of who you are. In relationships, vulnerability is often seen as a testament to trust. And while vulnerability can build bridges, it must be tempered with discernment. Sharing everything too soon or with the wrong person can leave you feeling drained or even exploited. For women, holding on to certain aspects of yourself is not an act of secrecy but one of self-respect. It's saying, this part of me is sacred, and I'll share it when the time and the person are right. Women are incredible. You're nurturers, creators, thinkers, and problem solvers. You carry a strength that is both tender and unyielding. But here's the thing, this strength can be misunderstood or taken for granted if it's not protected. Think of it like a well. If everyone draws from it without allowing it to refill, it eventually runs dry. By setting boundaries and reserving certain aspects of your strength, you ensure it's replenished and ready when truly needed. Now let's talk about dreams. Dreams are deeply personal. They're whispers of destiny planted in your heart. And sometimes, sharing those dreams prematurely can lead to them being dismissed or diminished. Not everyone will understand your vision, and that's okay. Protecting your dreams isn't about keeping secrets. It's about allowing those dreams to grow strong enough to withstand external pressures. It's about nurturing them in the fertile soil of faith and determination until they're ready to be shared with the world. Vulnerability is often misunderstood. It's not weakness. It's courage. To be vulnerable is to be authentic. But just like strength and dreams, vulnerability needs protection. Not everyone is equipped to handle your most tender moments with care. Sharing your vulnerability is a gift, and it should only be given to those who will treasure it. When you guard this part of yourself, you stay in control of your story. You decide who gets to see the most delicate parts of your heart and when. Broader implications of these principles. Now, this isn't just about romantic relationships. The principles of safeguarding your dreams, strength, and vulnerability extend to every area of life. Whether you're at work, with family, or among friends, these acts of preservation are a testament to your wisdom and self-respect. And here's the beautiful part. When you protect these aspects of yourself, you don't just empower yourself. You inspire those around you to do the same. To every woman listening, I want to remind you of this. You are sacred. Your dreams, your strength, your vulnerability, they are gifts. Don't be afraid to protect them. Don't be afraid to say, not yet, or not everyone gets access to this part of me. In doing so, you're not being selfish, you're being wise. You're honoring the unique person God created you to be. And to the men listening, I challenge you to honor the women in your lives. Recognize their depth, their strength, and their dreams. Approach your relationships with humility, respect, and a willingness to learn. When you do this, you create a space where both of you can thrive. A space where mutual respect and understanding lay the foundation for something truly beautiful. As we close, I want to leave you with this thought. A woman's greatest gift to the world isn't just what she gives, but what she protects. The parts of herself she keeps sacred are treasures that define her essence. When she chooses to share them, it's an act of trust, an act of love, and an act of purpose. Protecting your essence is an act of stewardship over the gifts entrusted to you by the Creator. It's about fostering your vision with patience, wielding your strength with wisdom, and embracing your vulnerability with discernment. When you do this, you don't just enrich your own life, you enrich the lives of everyone around you. So, as you step away from this video, I encourage you to reflect on what parts of yourself need safeguarding, what dreams need nurturing, what strength needs replenishing, what vulnerability needs protecting. By taking these steps, you're not only honoring yourself but also setting the stage for deeper, more meaningful connections in every area of your life. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep these conversations going and continue to empower one another. Until next time, stay strong, stay wise, and always honor the sacredness of your essence. God bless.